If queen g5, queen e8 doesn't lead to anything. So maybe knight f7 first. Take with the knight, and if he takes rook e1, I trap your bishop, right? Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so black to move. He played queen e2. Opposite colored bishops. He wants to take this pawn with queen takes e3. What can we do in the meantime? Candidate moves for black. Queen a1 looks good, since queen f1 doesn't work. We've got e2, takes, and there's no stopping of the pawn. But queen a1, king h2 is one problem. Yes, very good. So again, queen a1, king h2, ef2, queen f2 is pretty forced, bishop d4, but it's still not over. Let's say queen f3, queen g1 check, king h3, king h1, king g4. Looks like he's going to escape there. So yeah, bishop d4, queen f3. f3. Is it enough for a win there? So I'm saying queen a1, king h2, ef2, queen f2, bishop d4, queen f3. Queen f3. Looks scary for white, but maybe he can survive. g4, king g4. Doesn't lead to anything. He can take with the king, not with the queen, of course, because then there is checkmate. So maybe that's not the one, since he escapes there. Queen f3, important move. Ah, before queen g1. Yeah, that's nice. g4 first. Yeah, and you make the mating net work now. Yes, that looks completely winning. Yeah, that's it then. So we take and bishop d4. Yes, and he gives up the queen since queen f3 was running into g4. Very strong move. Nice. Next one. Okay, so he gives a check. What should we do here? First move is very easy. What should white do here? King d2. Interesting. Threatening a mate and the queen at the same time. The question is, what is the difference between king d3 and king d2? King d3 doesn't work since the king will be more exposed there, and he's got this queen f3 check. So king d2. Even if he tries to sacrifice the knight, knight b3, a b3, rook d8, we've got king e2, and there are no more checks, and still the double threat on the queen and on the g7 pawn with mate. So yeah, king d2 looks winning here. He still has a knight f3. What do you play after knight f3 check? Yes, king e3. Very important move. So check, king e3. And there are no more checks. So I think this is the one. Let's go for it. He goes knight f5, and we can take the queen now, right? Does he have anything? No. Nice. Black to play here. Okay. This one is pretty easy. Yes, there are no more checks there. First move for black, pretty easy. X logic, maybe you have some idea. There is a piece which is hanging X logic. So, take the knight. Correct. Take the knight. And after f4, with double attack on queen and on your knight, what is your next move there? X logic. After knight d4, f4. What do you play? How can you protect both your knight and your queen? There is only one move with which you can do that. Protect the knight and the queen. Which one is that? Yes, take the c5 pawn. Yes. And I don't believe in white's counterplay, let's say knight d5. So when your queen is on c5, knight d5 won't work uh, because you've got even queen a5 check. Okay, knight d5 is not really threatening too much. Okay, he wants knight c7. So maybe there's at least queen a7. And if knight c7, king e7, knight takes rook, queen takes rook. We've got two pieces for the rook, which is good. Okay, so queen c5, I believe it's the only continuation here. Knight d5 as expected. And now let's see. Actually, queen a5 runs into b4. So that's not good. Don't see anything good there. So maybe it's queen a7. Since his threat is on the queen and on this fork. So just protect this rook with queen a7. Ah, but maybe this will hang at the end. Let's see. So queen a7, check. King e7, knight a8. Maybe we can take the bishop in between. Yeah, just take the bishop first. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So queen a7, I think it's pretty forced here, right? Don't see anything better. We need to protect that rook, since his threat is to take a whole rook. Yeah. And we get 9 points. Nice. Next. X logic, take the free piece here. Which one is it? Bishop, not pawn, of course. Of course, we take the bishop here. Okay, d6. So maybe his threat now is to take d7, bishop d7, rook d7, with threat of going rook d8 check and c8 queen. And we will have to sacrifice our rook for this pawn, and he will be up a rook. So how can we stop that? How can we defend here? Again, his threat is to take the rook and d7. Any good defending move for black here? Can you spot? Rook a6 to a8, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see. If rook b1, we can just run with the a pawn, maybe. This is interesting. Wait a minute. So after rook a8 to rook b1, his threat is to take on a8 and rook b8. What do you play after rook b1? Again, after rook b1, his idea is rook a8 rook a8, and rook b8 winning. Can we defend somehow? I think we can, but how? King f7, give up the bishop, run with the a-pawn prey. So you're saying king f7, rook a8, rook a8 to rook b8. Give up the bishops and we move the rook. c8, queen, bishop, c8, rook, c8. But yeah, I think rook a6 is pretty good afterwards. So again, rook a8 to rook b1, king f7, rook a8, rook a8, rook b8, rook a6, important move. If rook d8, we always have king e6 now, which is good. And if he promotes, we just take, we take the pawn, and we will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 4. We will be 2 pawns up. Yeah, I think this is the one. So, yeah, this is the right idea. We don't have to pray since the position will be winning anyway. Yeah, and now king f7 important. Take, and we stop here. Again, if rook b8, rook a6, c8, queen, take, 2 pawns up. No chance for white to hold this. Okay, next. White to play. Good good thing is he doesn't have any checks. Interesting position. X logic, what can we take here? Rook, but it's not good. Is it really not good? Rook, but it's not good. Let's calculate. Bishop takes rook, e takes rook, knight e5. You threaten both his queen and the rook. He has to take here. You take his queen. He's got only one check, rook g2 check. He's got rook g2 check. That's quite annoying, since king f3 doesn't work because he takes your knight with check. Mhm. So let's see again. Bishop takes, e takes, knight e5, rook g3. Can we improve somehow on this line? We should take his queen. Rook g2 only move. Rook g2 only move. But seems alright for black. Yeah. Ah, nice. Take the rook and queen b3. Very good, very good. So you find these tough ones, and you're having problems with with simpler ones. Okay, let's continue. So again, takes queen b3, check on g2. What do you play after queen g2? I believe you've got only one move which wins. Rook f2. Rook f2 is wrong. Rook f2 is wrong. I think I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Um, because rook f2, queen takes g4 check. That's not good for you. And knight f2. I don't like knight f2 also. He will probably, hmm, or maybe it is knight f2. He's got check. Yeah, he's got only one check. Rook e8. We go king d2, and we win. Yeah, knight f2 maybe. Yes, you're hanging the knight. So knight f2. Of course, take the rook first. Now queen b3. Yeah. In the game, this never mind. Yes, the line went like queen g2. They are both winning. Both knight f2 and rook f2. They are winning. hmm Yes. This is such a big threat. He doesn't have any defense. Even rook f2 wins. Since check, king d2. If he runs, then we've got check, king here, check, and white will be winning. Or king d8, or rook e2 with deadly threats. Yeah, nice. Knight f2 was winning also. Yes, he has to give up the piece here. Cannot be good for him. Okay. And we got 13 points. Nice. Next. Queen e4 and after king d2. Oh, you mean after after which move rook f2? After which move queen e4? Mm-hmm. So after queen b3, queen e4. Okay. What is the point? Let's say, yeah, let's say king d2. What is wrong with king d2? I don't see a continuation after king d2 for black. Because if you take the knight, then queen b8, king e7, rook e1, I will still trap your queen. Okay, next. First move here is pretty obvious, right? What do you play first move here? Pretty easy move to find. e7, okay. Rook e8, and now bishop h5, and after, I don't think that leads to anything. Just g6, right? Queen f2. Let's see. Well, he doesn't go have to go here, which would be a blunder, of course. Rook takes, king takes, and takes here. But he's got queen e3, right? That's much better, yeah. E7, 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 rook E8, queen E6. Hmm. Queen E6 with double threat of queen E6 and queen D7. Okay, and if we continue more, what do you play after knight B6? So E7, rook E8, queen E6, knight B6. White is to move and win. Hmm. That's right. Bishop C6, strong move. B takes, queen takes, double attack on E8 and B6. Yeah. So let's go E7 then. Rook E8. Should we start with bishop C6 or not? What do you think between queen E6 and starting with bishop C6? So no. Yes, there might be a problem with some back rank. So let's say bishop takes, b takes, queen E6, rook B8. So yeah, maybe we should start with queen E6 then. Because again, bishop C6, b takes, queen E6, rook B8, rook takes, queen takes, queen D7 check. Let's say king A6. And if we promote, we get mated, right? Queen B1 checkmate first. We'll follow checkmate. So maybe queen E6 is more precise, but I'm not sure. Looks pretty good, but is it enough? Again, knight D6, bishop takes now. There's no way for him to attack this rook. Whew. X logic, what do you play as white here? Yeah, that's true. Rook b8, queen f1 at once was made. So yeah, that shows again that bishop c6 was a mistake. Queen e6 is much better, and now X logic. What do you play as white? His palms are sweaty. His knees are weak. X logic, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. That's all. Yes. And we get to 2400. That's nice. Let's do one more. Interesting. I think we've got two candidate moves, right? C4 or take the rook first. What do you think? Should we try to keep that e3 pawn alive with c4, after which the pawn will be protected by the queen, or should we go for taking first? So X logic would take the rook, which I don't really like, since bishop f1, bishop c4, white should have compensation, good compensation there. Instead c4, I prefer here, and keep that pawn alive. That pawn will be a thorn in white's side. Chess, coffee, cigarettes, c4 or take the rook. A rook is a rook. A rook is a rook. c4, and if he takes the d pawn with the queen. The, but c4 seems strong. If he takes X logic with the queen, then we get a very beautiful queen with queen takes queen, right? Yes, c4 is an explosive. Yeah, so yeah. I believe it's c4 since again, if we take the rook, he takes back, and you don't really uh, can come with the queen to d4 since this pawn will be hanging. You've got only one check, but he can block with bishop f1. No, no more. So okay, I'm going to go with c4. I will still take the rook. I would still play c4 here. Interesting decision. Let's go. Are you guys right or am I right? Let's see. Well, c4 seemed to be the right move. And now I really have to take the rook since there is no more other continuation. So just take the rook. Yeah. So I was right. You were wrong. But okay. Again, if you take the rook right away, how do you win this position after bishop f1, bishop c4? I don't see a clear way. Yes, queen d7. Exactly, bishop f1 and white is still hanging. Rook e d8, but bishop c4 and white is still fighting. Too much embarrassment for one day. Yeah. So thank you guys. Maybe try to improve on the chat feature since it's quite blurry. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Hey, at least I feel like I did those 13 points. Yes, with queen b3. Yes, yes. That was really brilliant. Mm-hmm. Okay. Buy chess, coffee, cigarettes.